So this is the Blender node setup that I put together for generating the Primordium burn text effect. 90% of this is just an implementation of default's cube procedural paper burn. The only thing that I really uniquely added to it was the transparency masking. So I don't deserve much credit for this. Most of this goes to this amazing video. So if you're interested in how that works, then absolutely watch his video on it. With that being said, I've got two materials here for different procedurals. You have burn in and burn out. They just flip the order that it goes in. And then here is the shader right here. I could not get these two to group together, so it's two separate groups. But all you need to worry about is this texture on the left-hand side and then a bunch of these values on the top. So I'll just briefly go over them. So first, we can just come over here and we can change the text. We'll go ahead and we'll do episode 1. And then if you come over here, it's based on the timeline. So as this scrolls through, you can see that it affects, and we're just going to put it about right there. And then we can just come over here, and you can use the scale here to change the exact burn effect, detail to get it more or less precise, roughness, which increases how scattered it is, and then distortion right here sort of gives it more of a wavy wobbly effect. I'm just going to Control Z both of those. This value right here controls the rotation of the line. I'm just going to set that back to 45. This determines how distorted the line ends up being. As it approaches 0, it becomes a straight line, and the more distorted it becomes, the more extreme the burn becomes. I find that a value around 0.5-ish, 0.7-ish tends to work best. This is how thick the line is. You're going to want to do very, very small values here. I tend to find 0.02 tends to work well. You don't need to touch this. This is the driver that controls the animation. And then this is how many frames the animation will go across. So right now it's set to 60, and I have it set on a total of 90, so there's a little bit of leeway on either side. And that's what that looks like. If I were to go ahead and set this to 30, then this is going to go twice as fast. And then, of course, if I were to set it to 120 and extend the animation out to 150, then it's going to take twice as long. So you can control that as you see fit. I'm going to set all that back to 60. This is the color of the fire. So you can change it however you want. Again, I'm going to keep back on what I currently have. And this is the color of the burn effect, which is basically just the mask that precedes or follows the fire, depending on what mode it is. I'm going to set that back as well. And then finally, this is how emissive the fire texture itself is. So then, yeah, the same exact setup, both the burn in and burn out. Unfortunately, the values are independent, so you have to set them independently. But yeah, there it is. And then when you're ready to render, all you need to do is come over to the output properties, and you just change where your output folder is. And I already got a camera all set up, so you just Control F12, and then it will go ahead and it will do its render. And there you can see it's going ahead and it's rendering. And it's that straightforward. So this is not a robust shader by any stretch of the imagination. It's very much a change, export, change, export, change, export. You're not really meant to use it in any large project. But I spent an hour and a half putting it together, and so I figured I might as well share it for others to use.